In Nairobi, the opposition and the ruling coalition joined together to pay respect to the fallen soldiers and to commiserate with the injured ones who are still recuperating at the Forces Memorial Hospital. KTN's Timothy Otieno was there.
The head of state arrived at the Defense Forces Memorial Hospital just a few minutes past 10 o'clock Friday morning on a mission. One that led him straight to the hospital's ward to meet face to face with the brave men and women of Kenya's defense forces who risked their lives for the sake of the nation and were lucky enough to make it back home after last Friday's attack by the Al-Shabaab at the El Ade base inside Somalia. The soldiers, nursing several wounds and some still visibly shaken, met for the first time their commander-in-chief since the attack, which occurred on the dawn of January 15th, leaving an unknown number of casualties. The government remains guarded on the exact number of the fallen heroes. And soon enough, the ceremony commenced with the reveille sounding the grounds of the hospital in honor of the fallen soldiers. Everyone has been united in grief and a sense of nationalism following one of the worst attacks ever witnessed by the KDF inside Somalia. One that the forces here swear will never happen again as the families of those brought back home prepare for burial.
We have also contacted the families of the affected soldiers to assist in proper identification and arrangements to give our heroes a befitting send-off.
Leaders appeared defiant in the face of calamity, vowing to remain steadfast in the fight against a common enemy.
We are unbowed Kenyans who are determined to protect our way of life, and we shall not be cowed, and we shall fight this fight and win it.
Like we overcame Westgate, and Westgate today, the mall is open. Like we overcame Garissa, and the university today is open. So we shall overcome this as well.
As a country, we refuse to cry. We are here to celebrate the heroism of our soldiers. We want you to believe with us in these three words: we shall overcome.
The commander-in-chief of the armed forces remained adamant that the Kenyan troops will not pull out of Somalia even after last week's attack, where bombers used vehicle-borne improvised explosive devices to infiltrate the Kenyan camp.
Your fellow soldiers in the Army and in the Air Force are in Somalia conducting search, rescue, and recovery operations, which are continuing. They have recaptured the El Ade base and are pursuing the enemy deep in their hideouts.
We are the Republic of Kenya. We are the Kenya Defense Forces. We stand firm.
And so the head of state led the nation in honoring the souls of the fallen soldiers, promising to avenge the deaths by taking the war on terror to the doorstep of the terrorists and fishing them out. The head of state insisting that the country will remain unbowed in its fight against terror in the region, even as one of the worst attacks to ever hit the Kenya Defense Forces on foreign soil continues to raise questions as to the number of casualties. But the Jubilee administration, led by President Uhuru Kenyatta, says that our mission in Somalia is not yet done, and they will continue until the threat has finally been vanquished. Timothy Otieno, KTN News, Nairobi.